Have y'all ever heard of the curse of the Kardashians? So it all started back in Armenia with the Kardashians' great-great-great-grandmother, Khloe Kardashian. This grandmother had a very rough upbringing, so she wanted something completely different for her future generations. She didn't want them to suffer the same way she did. So she sought out the witch clan of the Chicago Woods, and this witch clan or this covenant was so powerful, they possessed magic so powerful that they became enemies of the state. It was also known that these witches possessed ancient curses that people felt threatened by, so they were banished into the woods. But that didn't scare Khloe Kardashian, so she walked through these woods for days until she found them. And the whole village warned her, telling her, be careful what you wish for, because these witches are gonna offer you something that you might not be able, to back up. So after days of searching high and low, she finally makes it to the mouth of a cave, and 4 witches appear. And so she asked these witches to make her future female generation rich and beautiful. That was it, And the witches replied, are you sure that that's all you want? Is just fame and beauty? And she said, yeah. So no intelligence, no good morals. And so they did the ritual. It was a humiliation ritual where she had to dance with like a hedgehog on her head and like a leopard tail in her, and a bunch of other weird things that they made her do. And so they ridiculed her, and they spread this around the villages, everything. So nobody really wanted to deal with her. Everybody thought, like she was weird. So fast forward to the future generations, and what was that catapulted the Kardashians to this stardom and all this fame and fortune was the humiliation of Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, you could tell that there was definitely this connection to this humiliation ritual. And also notice how with these Kardashians, the men that are Kardashians ain't doing as well as the female counterparts. Just think about that. So what y'all think? Y'all think this is real or this is fake?
John Gotti was an American gangster and leader of the Gambino crime family in New York City. It is said he earned nearly $5 million a year during his time as the mafia boss. Gotti was jailed in 1992 and sentenced to life in prison without parole, where he died from cancer in 2002. This house belonged to his daughter Victoria Gotti, who lived here for nearly 30 years. It was featured on the reality show Growing Up Gotti, which focused on the lives of Victoria and her 3 sons. The estate houses a 7,000-foot mansion, stables, pool, hot tub and bar, guest house, detached garage, tennis courts, and a children's play area. After federal agents visited the mansion and auto business for alleged tax fraud, the family left, leaving the estate facing foreclosure, and it has been abandoned ever since.
Join me as I explore the abandoned Wonder Bread factory. This location has some interesting history. It was said to be abandoned due to multiple employees reporting unsafe working conditions. It was rumored that an employee died of an injury sustained from company equipment. The basement was extremely dark and creepy. We even found a storage unit labeled poison. I have included the exact location.
We hiked to this murder house in Scotland. The story is truly disgusting. Husband James and his wife Lucilla lived here with their 2 kids. One day, they had an argument and James walked out in a rage. He came back to the house with an axe. He started swinging the axe at his wife. However, his daughter Abby tried to stop him and he hit her across the temple, instantly dying. The wife screamed for help. No one could hear her as the house is so isolated. James carried on attacking her. She suffered 30 for axe wounds and was found later half buried near the barn. The other daughter ran, but James caught her and chained her up in the barn. She is safe and well. James killed himself by hanging himself in the barn.
This was the house of James and Martha. They bought this house as their marital home in the 1940s and lived there happily for the rest of their lives. They had one child, a son called Jim, who inherited the house after his parents died. Rumor has it, Jim was sadly very troubled, suffering from fits of depression. After his parents died, he became a recluse, isolating himself from the world and rarely leaving his childhood home. The house remained exactly as it was when his parents lived there, items untouched and gathering dust. During the 1980s, Jim fell in love, but gradually the relationship became hostile and things took a more sinister turn. Jim began hearing voices and mixing up reality with psychotic thoughts. He ended up in an unrequited relationship and fixated on the time 12 p.m. when he would receive a phone call every day. It has been said Jim was being emotionally blackmailed and all alone felt trapped in a life that was affecting his mental stability and making him increasingly unhappy. Eventually Jim couldn't take it anymore, and one day he disappeared and was never seen again. Some are convinced he tragically took his own life, seeing that as his only way to escape his thoughts. The house has sat empty ever since. Does his spirit still haunt the home, or is he finally free?
Things scientists can't explain. Why Saturn's North Pole has a swirling hexagon-shaped storm. At the North Pole of Saturn, there's a weather system the size of 2 Earths, in the shape of a hexagon. It was discovered on the Voyager mission of 1981. There is only one other naturally occurring hexagon top shape, and that's found in crystals. The South Pole doesn't have a hexagon, but it does have a vortex. Another weird fact is the colors changed, from a mostly blue color to more of a golden, over the course of just a few years. There are theories out there, but none of them are definitive. Like and follow for more videos like these.
We found an abandoned amusement park that opened in the 1960s. It was forced to shut down and was abandoned after its owners failed to manage money and upkeep. It once served over 500,000 guests per year. It now sits with everything left behind to decay.
Places that are forbidden to visit. Disney's Club 33, and you're going to want to watch till the end. Everybody knows the characters in Disney World itself, but there's a place within Disney that is so forbidden only a select few people ever get to see it. It also happens to be the only place in the park that serves alcohol. Club 33 was originally designed by Walt Disney himself as a place to relax and entertain his guests. He passed away before the club was officially opened. It's an invite-only club, so you need to know somebody to get in. So get this, after a 4-year waitlist, once you're invited, it's $100,000 in initial entrance fees, then $30,000 a year in annual fees to maintain your membership. There's a jazz lounge, bars, suites, living areas, exclusive items, exclusive food, and much more that we don't really know about. They have allowed some pictures to be released like these in the video, but there's a lot that's not known. Like and follow for more videos like these.
Come take a look inside this crypt with human remains. Viewer discretion advised. This is not for the faint-hearted. The crypt, known as the Mount in Kirkton Dumfries, built around 1850 for the Johnstones of Carnsalloch. The crypt is now neglected and the coffins have been broken into and robbed. If you're squeamish, look away now. Follow me for more abandoned places.
Since I have the curiosity of a cat, I was compelled to walk along the side of the wall to make it over to the altar because I really wanted to know what was over there and what it looked like. And please don't try this. I do this so you guys don't have to, okay? I know the risk I am taking, so I do this for you guys, okay? Don't do this. But yeah, check out how much that's sunken in right there. That's crazy.
We found Charlie Manson's abandoned house. The bottom floor used to be a restaurant. He lived upstairs.
Join us as we explore the abandoned number 9 coal mine. And bring your jacket because it's a cool 50 degrees year-round. Located in the Pocono Mountain region of Pennsylvania, this mine first opened in 1855. It was in operation for 117 years, making it the longest-running anthracite coal mine in the world. There's miles of tunnels and multiple levels going down as deep as 800 feet below surface. Most of the lower levels are now all flooded. This little alleyway was called the Mule Way, where young men guided mules between the different levels. They even had a miner's hospital carved into solid rock to sustain any injuries quickly. This was a really cool rail ride and walking tour, so if you're in the area, you should check it out.
Asking AI what would happen if an asteroid collided with Earth.